What's up guys, Taylor with TK Disc Golf and welcome back to the channel. It is 10 degrees outside right now, but I had to get out and throw the brand new Aaron Gossage Proton Reactor from MVP. And if you notice something new, they got white rims now. Project Lab Coat was announced last week and it's pretty exciting stuff. I mean, obviously MVP's been known for having the black rims, but that white just absolutely pops, especially with the Proton plastic. Really like the white rim. So we'll see how this thing holds up. Haven't reviewed a Proton reactor before. I think the last time I even posted a video with the reactor was the Neutron back in 2020. So a good time to throw this thing, give 9 holes and get my thoughts about it. So let's go. Shout out to that gentleman that said hello to me as I was getting out of the car. Showed him the new reactor from MVP, kind of explained the white rims. So I didn't catch his name, but if you're watching, it was good talking with you. We're skipping to hole 3. It's 300 foot downhill. Don't feel like playing the 400 foot hole 2 with the mid-range. We'll just add hole 10 at the end because it's more fun. We'll see if I can get the mid-range all the way down there with all these layers I'm wearing. It's really hard to move, but it is 10 degrees and I have to try to stay warm. Oh, that'll be good. Hook up a little late. Yeah, we're inside circle. I'd say like 20 feet short. Not too shabby. I actually wound up a little bit closer than I thought I did. I had probably like 15 feet, but really liking the reactor so far. I haven't thrown one in quite a while. Been really liking the soft neutron hexes because they just have a very straight flight out of the hand, touch of fade, and this reactor is honestly flying pretty similar to that so far. Well, 190 feet straight away on hole 4. It's normally a forehand hole for me with the pyro. I'll see if I can do it with a reactor, but honestly, it's gonna hurt my hand really bad. I don't like to throw forehands when it's these Arctic temperatures. See how this goes. That'd be good. Just hook up a little late. That's parked. Didn't hurt too bad. I tried to really just not throw it too hard. It's really not a far hole, but yeah, that wasn't too bad at all. Honestly though, I was kind of surprised by that forehand. It wasn't really bad at all. Very straight out of the hand, a little bit of wobble, but I'll kind of account that for just the bitter cold and not really being able to feel my hands so far. So that's really the only hole I'm gonna be throwing a forehand on except for the shorty coming up. But yeah, pretty impressed with it so far. Very straight flight. Hole 5 is gonna be a hard one to film, but it's like 320 feet according to the sign. Up and around the corner to the left, big flare skip if you got it, but with a mid-range, that's gonna be tough. So we're just gonna try to get a smooth control hyzer and then maybe get a little bit of skippage off the hard ground through this gap. There we go. Come on. That was a really good throw. So I threw it probably like 70% power, flat, touch of hyzer, stalls out and gets around the corner nice. And I heard it skip off the hard ground, so we'll see where it landed. She hyzered a little more than I wanted to, but we'll take the lunge forehand approach to see how this thing does on some approach shots. Not the disc I would normally use. I'd probably reach for like the range to keep it turned over the whole way, and it's only, I call this 90 feet from the basket. So not a mid-range throw at all, but we'll see what she can do. Perfect. Barely threw it, and it just holds the hyzer all the way to the basket. This was kind of one of those videos where I didn't want to get out in the cold to film this, but I paid the money to get the disc shipped here before the snowstorm, so I figured I'd give it a whirl. And so far, I'm actually pretty impressed with the reactor. Obviously, the white rim's not going to change the flight of it. It's all just for appearance, and then the Proton core doesn't really make the disc much more overstable than I'm used to with the reactor. It's just a visuals thing, and I really enjoy the bright pop that this orange Proton has with the white rim. And I haven't reviewed the footage yet, but in theory, this should pop a lot more on the film as well, because those black MVP rims, it's pretty hard to track those on my camera, especially on a tripod. But even on the Disc Golf Pro Tour coverage, watching those guys track the discs with the really good cameras, it's still pretty difficult to follow sometimes. So hopefully with the white rims added to the MVP discs, more of the pros will be able to bag the MVP stuff and not have to lean towards Axiom for visibility. Little tricky to film this dinker of a hole, but 140 foot, little forehand chip shot. We're just gonna try to give it an ace run. Mid-range, I usually throw like an entropy or something like that. Just a forehand up to the basket, but a mid with the reactor, this thing's gonna go sailing past if I throw too much on it. So we'll see what she does. Hook up, drop. Come on. Bad throw because it hit the tree branch, but man, that was like literally a foot behind the basket. That would have been so sick if that tree just redirected it in, but we'll chalk it up for another birdie. On to hole 7, 210 feet, pretty short. Straightaway corridor. I don't throw a mid-range on this hole. I usually throw like the hyzer flip proxy or the range, one of the two. So really, I have to tone back the power on this because otherwise it's gonna soar past the basket. But as long as I hit the initial gap, I'm just gonna be happy. Wherever it lands, we'll make do and move on to the next one. A little too much stank. That tree branch saved me quite a bit. That thing was gonna be like 40 feet long, but that evergreen definitely stopped it. But it was good light, hit the initial gap, and that's really all I was trying to do. Bit of a tester putt. I'd call it like 25 feet or so short. But as far as the signing of Aaron Gossage, I was pretty excited when I saw the leaks for it, you know. But I know a lot of people have their concerns. Obviously, Aaron has, that was a good putt. Aaron's had some of his, if you want to call them blow-ups on the Pro Tour over the years. But he's also had some really good finishes and some unfortunate shortcomings. You know, he's finished second at Worlds, I believe, twice. He came in second at the Disc Golf Pro Tour Championships. So I try to come from it of a point of understanding because I've never been in that situation, so I don't know how I would react. But regardless of that, I think MVP signs good people first and the wins will come after that. Their wins are not necessarily something that they focus on. They want good ambassadors for the brand, and I think Aaron fills that very well. He's got a good social media and YouTube channel and loves to make content with other disc golfers on the Pro Tour, so I think he'll be a great addition to the practice rounds that MVP puts out every week. He seems like he'll jive really well with Simon, Eagle, Big Germ, any of the other pros that hop on those. So we need more depth, and picking up Aaron is a good option for that. Hole number 8, a couple more holes to go. This one's like 250 around the corner. Good hole for mid-range. I usually throw like a pyro or my entropy, not the entropy, the tempo. Just depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah, I think the reactor will be able to get there. So let's see if we can get it to hold a nice, smooth hyzer. We got to get it to carry about 200 feet before it punches left pretty good. We'll definitely have to put some hyzer on it. Oh, that's golden. Get around that corner. I heard it skip pretty good, so we might be way past the basket, but hey, around the corner with no obstructions and no tree clips, I think we'll take it. I was walking down the fairway and actually found this up in a tree. It's a factory second from Innova. No idea what this is, but it is super crystal clear, so who knows how long that was sitting up on one of these trees before the leaves fell off, but it's got 2 names and numbers on it, so I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'll probably just text them both in a group chat, and whoever it actually belongs to, they can fight each other for someone stealing the disc and not crossing out the name. I have no idea, but somehow we are playing really, really well with just single disc, and the putts keep dropping, so it's one of those days. It's just cold and not really thinking, just trying to keep the body smooth, and the putts keep dropping. We're many strokes under par. I haven't tallied them up yet. Hole 9, second to last hole since we skipped hole 2, 275. Got to hit a gap, and there's a little bit of a turn to it. So with a reactor, going to be a little tricky, but honestly should be able to get there. The mistake is obviously too straight and a little left. You don't want to put too much anhyzer on it because then you're going to end up in the bushes or just cut rilling really weird. Oh, that's golden. Hook up and going. Come on. Yeah, it's short, but dude, it's been a while since I filmed a video where it just, everything's clicking with the disc that I'm throwing. I usually film review videos like in the field and then throw some, just a couple course shots in there. But today I didn't feel like editing in my basement. I just wanted to film 9 holes and get it done. But man, this reactor is flying so freaking good. It's laser straight when thrown flat, has a good hookup at the end. That anhyzer there, threw it perfectly, held it, and then you could see it just pan out nicely, nestling up under the basket. Not throwing it too hard because it is obviously like 10 degrees outside right now, pretty cold. But man, this thing, it's on command where you want to go. Anhyzer holds it, straight shots flat, put some hyzers on it, it'll get around corners nice. As far as a 1-disc round, this is going really good with this disc. But seriously, I've not shot a round this clean a gully, and I couldn't even tell you. I think I've birdied almost every single hole except for the two-shot hole, hole 5. Other than that, I think I've birdied them all, which is ridiculous. Like this never happens, especially in the cold, but I mean, I'll take it. It sucks that it's not for like an official round because I am not playing any more holes after this. I'm cold, I wanna go home. But man, I'll take this. This thing's been awesome so far. One more hole, hole 10. Last hole, hole 10, 245. Normally throw a hyzer with my tempo, just way out wide and let it skip in under the basket. Mid-range is gonna be a little hard to not overshoot this, but we're just gonna give it a 70% send and see how close we can put it. Play some lawn darts over here. Dude, get in the basket, come on. It's about 5 feet short, but I think she skipped all right. I don't think we'll be obstructed too bad. Well, we're leaving ourselves with a little bit of a tester to finish off the round, but honestly, I've been so impressed with this reactor. As I was saying earlier, it's kind of a rarity for a disc to click this instantly with me. I really like my soft neutron hexes. I've got like 3 or 4 of them for backups, so I don't know if I'll make the switch. And apparently every putt's going in, but I don't know if I'll make the switch from the reactor to the hex, simply because, or other way around, from the hex to the reactor, simply because I've already got so many of the hex and I don't feel like buying more discs. But man, it's flying super, super good. So whether you're an MVP old head like me, been throwing the reactor forever and just want to pick up something new and cool, or you're new to the gyro scene, get this random clear disc out of here, new to the gyro scene and want to try out a really, really good disc, whether it's this run of reactor or any reactor, it's a very trustworthy mid-range. So very straight out of the hand, holds whatever angle you put it on, whether anhyzer or hyzer, it'll hold it very, very well. Wind today wasn't too bad, maybe 5 to 10 mile an hour at times, but nothing crazy. Mostly blowing this direction, and most of the course plays this way anyway, so it was mostly tailwinds, didn't have to deal with the wind too much. Into a headwind mildly, I think you're going to get a little bit more turn, but it's not going to be a mid-range you'd want to use into a 20 mile an hour headwind. You'd still want to disc up to a pyro, deflector, runway, any of the more overstable stuff. But overall, as far as just a neutral, stable disc that can do it all, pick yourself up a reactor. This particular run was dropped on the MVP Pro Shop. I don't know if they're going to restock it. Last I checked, there were still a couple colors left, like yellows and greens, so not the most popular colors. Any of the pinks and oranges and bright stuff is gone by now. Hopefully they drop some more, and obviously there's going to be a stock run of this eventually. We all know that, but this was just the first chance to pick up the Aaron Gossage Proton Reactor with the new white rims from MVP. Super, super cool stuff. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys can subscribe. This is your one-stop shop for all things MVP, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.